so much more orderly than last night, that's for sure.
It's like a church service.
It smells like a bar service though.
How's everyone feeling?
Anybody shower?
Good?
We might as well just showered last night in the club.
Seriously, who didn't shower today before they got in?
I can smell you.
I know you didn't. I smelled you in the hallway. Well, thank you guys for coming, and this is awesome. Thank you for being here with us.
It's our first time playing here at the Heartwood, and but we do have a really long history in this building, and it's we're going to talk a little bit about what we've gone through with some of these songs, and just so you know, this was Mirror Studios, and we recorded over 60 songs in this building, and it's really the birthplace of a lot of our early recordings. Pretty cool.
It didn't look like this then.
No.
Yeah,
Much
we
dingier.
first started recording here in 1994, turning into the winter of 1995. I remember doing the 19 songs on Pezcore in one day here, so that's why they don't sound very good. We're doing a lot of touring during Pezcore. We were, every night we'd get on the microphone and say, hey, is anybody have a place we could stay tonight? Because we were broke. And it was crazy because, we would pull into, this kid would be like, you can stay at my house tonight. Like, okay, so we found this kid, and all of a sudden you'd be in the rolling hills of some mansion, and you'd pull up, 10-room, multi-story house, get up in the morning, mom made you breakfast, it was the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, and then Dad woke up though and was like, what the heck, you guys need to hang this up. What are you grown men sleeping on our floor for?
And you'd have that experience, and you'd drive to the next city, you'd play in the same exact scenario. You'd say, hey, we need a place to stay. And some kid would go, I got you covered. And you'd get to the worst squat house you've ever seen. 8 cats, 2 German shepherds, little parrots,
I actually woke up one time, there was a turtle walking by me on the floor. And then we went to bed, it was dark, and I looked around me and there was turtle poop all over the floor.
Back then everything was hardcore, metalcore, thrashcore, everything had a name, and we're like, well, what are we? So we were Pezcore. So this is off our first record. This one's called Liquor Store.
Ready? 1, 2.
From Less Than Jake. We just got out, as you can see. It's spilling out into the outside world here. It's about to rain, maybe. But we played at the Heartwood Sound Stage, played acoustic, and it went really well. I was a little nervous because playing the trombone exposed like that is, you can hear every note that you miss. So, but I think we did well. Roger and Chris sang like angels. It was great. Super fun.
What about the fans? How do you think their reaction was?
The fans were great. I feel like we have the best fans in the world. We've cultivated this fanship for years, and so this was all VIP people too that are super fans. So that makes it easy too. You're not playing in front of people that don't know who you are. So it was super fun. They asked really cool questions that we hadn't thought of maybe. So that was good because we did a whole storytelling thing throughout this, and so they covered the bases that we didn't cover.
So what's 25 years mean to you personally?
It means that my knee hurts and my back hurts and my neck hurts. I don't know. I have to
little tennis elbow, trombone elbow.
I played tennis in high school, so my elbows are good. But yeah, 25 years is just crazy. I have to pinch myself every time I think about that. I kind of keep thinking that I'm going to wake up one morning and be like, ah, crap, that was all a dream, and then be in some other life. But yeah, I never, it's like Chris brought this up in the thing too. We never really, or Raj did, I think. But when we first started out, we were just in college and we were in a college band. We were just like, oh, this is something we're going to do for a while, and then it progressively just kept getting bigger, like a snowball. And and then eventually it turned into something that's like, wait, is this what we're doing? Eventually, you get out of school and then you're like, so am I supposed to start my career now? And then eventually this just becomes your career. And so we've been very fortunate enough for that to happen. So it's great.
Turns out that a little station called VH1 got behind their record, and the thing blew up, and it was just Less Than Jake and Bon Jovi. We went on from 7 to 7:30, and then there was a half-hour break. They played from 8 to 11. And they paid us a ridiculous amount of money. They put us in a broom closet every day. They gave us 1 bottle of wine and a case of water. That was it. And one night we get kicked out of the broom closet because Heather Locklear was Richie Sambora's wife. That was her room that night, so we actually didn't even get a room, and we got treated pretty poorly on that tour. But it was we wouldn't have changed it for the world. It was great.
The best. It was like kind of getting in a new thing of touring with bigger bands and like bigger shows and like that big arena world.
We get out there, everybody could be seen like there'd be guys reading with their tie kind of half done reading the paper.
Yeah. We did have some fans that paid the exorbitant amount of money to come see us. I remember one time it was way up in the nosebleeds. There was someone with a light bright that just said LTJ on it.
The absolute best was Chris was still dressing up in costumes back then. I don't know if you guys remember that. And the last show that we played was in Montreal, maybe. And he was wearing a half shirt, and he had spandex on that he had cut the ass cheeks out of. And so I was walking behind him because that's what I do, and watching not so much the crew's reaction of the face as Chris is passing members of the Bon Jovi crew, and they're all like looking at him like he's crazy, and then they all turn their head and see the ass cheeks cut out, and it's priceless.
From Less Than Jake, and we're at the Heartwood Sound Stage in Gainesville, Florida. This weekend is the 6th annual Wake and Bake weekend from Less Than Jake, and we just did a acoustic storytellers where we did a retrospective of songs and stories that go along with those songs, and it was amazing. I mean, Chris and Raj, I love it when they do acoustic performances anyway, and this venue was amazing. The sound was amazing. It looked great online, and we hope to do it again. So check it out.
What's up? I'm Roger from Less Than Jake, and we just got done doing an acoustic show here at the Heartwood. Fantastic facility. Everything sounded amazing. We had a super good time, and it's just unreal to have all these VIPers come in from out of town and hang out with each other, and it's really cool how they all have become friends too, a lot of these fans.
We see a lot of met several fans from all over the world. Kind of, how cool is it to bring in this kind of the fans that come together and get to meet each other and like you said, form a bond here?
Yeah, I mean it's sort of this thing that you don't really consider when you start a band. You don't really understand how you're going to influence people like that much and bring them all together. And I don't know, man. It's a happy side effect, I guess, to being in a band. Is that you bring people together, and you don't really think about that when you're just writing songs and trying to play some shows or whatever. But then that's what happens.
What about Gainesville? I mean, what is it about Gainesville that's so special? Like, is it something about this town that kind of did it, or what is it that you guys sing a lot about Gainesville?
It's home, and it has a special vibe, and it's not too big and not too small. It's it's sort of that perfect middle ground for me where there's enough to do, but it's not enormous, and there's heart here, you know. Hey, buddy. There's a lot of heart here. I don't know how else to say it, you know.
That's pretty perfect, man.
Hey, buddy. Did you have fun? Yeah. Say hi.
For some better days, it's over. It's over. We were the kids of the 4x1. Said we would when we were young. It's over. Yeah, it's over. Repeat it now, repeat it with me. It's in the way that we can't explain why we were the ones who got away. You know, all these radio people, and we're just like, what the hell is going on?
And what was great, like, you know, this was our second go around, and we weren't young bucks at this point. We kind of knew, and the writing was on the wall, you know, the labels, you know, people started to download music, and it was like we were taking every dollar we could. They gave us a credit card with $300 a day, and we found a way to spend it every day, $300. And it was gluttonish, and it was ridiculous, and it was rock starish, but it was awesome. We ended up spending $600,000 on this record. And,
But we actually had 2 records. We came
Yes.
unprepared. We wrote over 40 songs. Beats for B-side was kind of like an afterthought, but we all really loved doing that sort of after hours at the studio. And it was just it was cool to just be in that element of like, okay, Rob Cavallo, we got Green Day's producer. We have a huge studio now, and here we have the songs too. You know, I think,
yeah, we wrote like 30 songs for the record.
I think that's some of our best songwriting. Definitely at the time, we were like, wow, we came up with these songs.
To death with every last regret and what I said. Yeah, now all that I really have left.